Hi, and welcome to LVB Presents. I'm Steph Thompson, founder of the London Voice Boutique, and we're a voiceover agency based in Soho, London. And we're going to take you on a little journey behind the scenes with some of our actors so that you can get a taste of what goes on in this world. Think funny stories, advice, and some useful insight on how to navigate this industry. Today I'm happy to welcome Kola Bokinni and James Lance, both actors who can currently be seen in Ted Lasso, better known as Isaac McAdoo and Trent Crim from The Independent, or was in The Independent, but don't say too much in Series 3, right? Anyway, hi boys, how you doing?
I'm fine. You?
You're fine, I'm good.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
So you guys obviously know each other really well. Did you know each other before filming Ted Lasso?
No.
No, we didn't, did we?
Your paths had not
Did you
crossed.
even know I existed on the planet? Be honest.
No.
No.
I didn't.
Can I tell you?
What?
I had no idea
No.
that you were alive.
Yes.
Oh.
Hadn't seen any of your stuff.
No, me neither.
No, nothing. What?
No.
You hadn't seen any of your stuff?
No, I never saw it. No, I don't watch anything.
You don't watch any of your work?
No, I don't. I don't like
Don't
to.
do it.
I don't like to.
I love that. So, okay, do you both support football teams or are you into football at all?
Yes, I used to be into football quite, passionately.
Yeah.
Well, I still am. You know, the game's changed a bit. You know, there's a lot of money in it and there's a lot of politics in it. But I've been playing football since I was a tiny little kid. And I tried to become a footballer. That didn't work out, did it?
Oh, really? Who's your team?
Arsenal on my
Oh.
team. Yeah.
Oh, get out.
Mm.
Really short podcast. Out you go.
Yeah.
Get out.
And it was funny enough that I always dreamed of being on FIFA, and then that got to happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah. So doing that job was actually wasn't really work to me because I just play football all day.
Next
You're a
best thing to
striker,
be.
right? You're a striker.
Yeah, I'm a striker.
I've seen him strike, as
Right.
it were, and he's
good.
He's powerful.
I'm
Wow.
I'm a striker.
Mm-hmm.
But so funny enough, when the show, when they were like, oh, giving up positions and all that, and saying you're this and you're that, you're a striker, you're a midfielder, and then they were like, oh, you're a centre back, and I was like,
Oh, really?
being insulted here, I said yeah. So funny enough, I became brick wall of the defence.
Hardcore defence.
Yeah, had to learn to tackle.
Really?
Yeah.
So was part of the casting that you needed to be able to play football or, yeah?
Yeah, we had to send football tapes
Right.
to Thea Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but basically, says there's some hilarious ones. Like Christo's one is like a movie.
Oh, really?
It's like literally he done it in his old club in the facility, top notch. Really, he's got a sound guy, a budget.
Wow.
And you were down the
Catering.
park.
Went into
You
post.
definitely have catering.
Yeah, but Billy's one is in his nan's garden,
Love
and
his
his
nan.
nan's filming it, and he's like,
Oh.
"Oh, Billy, just hurry up."
I love Billy's
And
nan.
Billy's trying to do kick-ups and then kick the ball and hit a bottle on the side and make himself look like this absolute ledge.
Yeah.
But as the day wears on, he ain't getting the bottle, and then you see his nan go, "Can you just hurry up, please?"
I love that you've seen each other's casting tapes.
Oh, man, it was hilarious. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So that was one of the requirements
Right.
of filming.
But you're
My
not.
one was embarrassing. I was wearing a vest.
You got the
A
job.
choice- No, a tie-dye vest.
Oh.
Okay.
Again, get out.
Arsenal.
That's two
tie-dye.
strikes. We've got three. You've got one left, mate.
Yeah, I was wearing a tie-dye vest. And I look at it now, I'm just like, because I had this haircut. I tried out this new barber,
Yeah.
and he cut me, and I look Hispanic in the the tape, and I was looking at myself then, and I'm like, oh man, it was a really
wasn't you.
confusing time
Yeah.
in my life. Because I wear a
Tie-dye.
tie-dye vest. I'm in the middle of my park that I live near, Peckham Rye Park,
Yeah.
and my cousin's filming it, and we had to cut it into little snippets because I kept on messing up,
Oh.
and it was so windy. But
You
know,
got it.
everyone's watching.
You got it.
That
You got
works.
it. That's brilliant. You see?
Yeah. Just got to do the tape, haven't you?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, do the tape.
Tie-dye. Just get all your suits, just dip them in some bleach. You'll get every single audition.
Can't bear
Yeah.
that. So, and obviously you didn't have to do a football.
I did not have to do a football
No.
tape. No.
But do you support football team? Were you a footballer? Was it?
What do you think?
I'm going to go with yes. You
Oh, really?
support Brighton and Hove, right?
Yes.
Oh, no.
No.
I couldn't give a monkey's. Thing is, I do love the beautiful game. When I see a game, I love it. The thing is, I just don't care who wins.
No.
I really couldn't care less.
I wish I was
That's
like
a
that.
problem. There's a problem.
Can you, but can you watch it? Because my son can't watch football because he finds it too stressful. Whereas
yeah.
my husband is obsessed with it and has to go to every game. He,
Literally,
How
I
do you
love
feel?
those people that can watch their team play and watch their team lose and still be happy afterwards.
yeah.
I went to a game with you, right? And he didn't sit in the stands. He didn't sit
Do you
with
find
us.
it too stressful to
You
watch?
didn't sit
then?
with us because you were
Oh,
really
Arsenal,
upset.
when we went to
Man
Manchester,
City.
we faced Man City, and I knew we were gonna get pumped.
No.
I
You
just
were
had a
fu-
feeling, and then I just sat myself
didn't
inside the
come and sit.
canteen. Yeah.
He didn't sit with us.
And I
Really?
just sat there watching the game on the telly because being outside there was just too stressful. And then I just saw.
It was amazing.
one-
We had amazing seats
Yeah.
for Ted Lasso. I loved it. I mean, I loved it, man. And then we were like,
yeah.
where is he going to come out? More the
I just
rest
saw
of us.
1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals. It was It was like
So funny.
at 4-1.
Was
and
it
then,
4-1?
Then like these guys came into the canteen and was like, "Why are you out there watching?" I was like, "Have you not seen the score?
What's the point?
Like, what's the
Another
point of anything? Like, I just travelled like 3 hours on a train to watch my team get pumped.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, this is a
Wow, it
form
was
of
amazing
abuse.
to me
Right.
that you
No, I
didn't
can
see
understand.
any of it. You
No,
just
yeah.
didn't go out. Just didn't go out. Into the
Plus,
Yeah.
you can't have a beer in the stand, so
Can you not?
no, not really. Like, no.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't regularly go. The last
Not
time I
allowed
went,
to
I
see
went
that
to women's
TV.
football. I went to see the England game versus
wow.
Spain at Brighton and Hove.
Wow.
Oh, that was
That was. I'm going to say
was that the
the
final?
Europeans.
Was
No,
that
it
the Euro
wasn't.
final?
It was the Euro semi-final, I think. Anyway, I don't pay attention. And 10 minutes before the end, I was
okay.
literally going, "Can we go? Because nothing's going on. I really can't. I can't deal with this anymore. Nothing's going on. If we leave now, we can get away before the traffic." And my husband was like,
Traffic's horrendous as well.
yeah, getting out of a
Yeah.
And so me and my son were like, let's just go. But my daughter loves watching. She was like, no, can we please stay? I was like, no, we could get away before these crowds. We left the stadium and we heard the roar. I was like,
scored.
whoa! And I was like, oh no. And then 2 minutes later, another goal, and England won, and I was gutted.
Oh,
I
dear.
got shouted at.
You watched the Euro finals.
Yeah.
Was it
Was it
not
was it-
Germany?
No, it wasn't the Euro finals. It must have been the semi-finals or something. It was Spain, England.
Oh, Spain. Yeah.
Yeah.
England won the Euros.
Yes, I know.
You missed that.
No, let's move on. Let's
That's
move on.
bad.
It was a bad moment
so
in my
bad.
life. Bad choice I made.
It's like what was it called again? What happened? Oh yeah, Arsenal vs Manchester United. Not this Saturday gone. The last one before the international break 2 weeks ago. 1-1, 95th minute. All the Arsenal and Man United the fans are all gone at the stadium. The game ended 3-1 to Arsenal.
Wow.
Scored two goals in 5 minutes, and literally they panned to people, they've got helicopters now because they got so much money. Like, helicopter cam.
Leaving.
They were like, don't leave before the end of the
Yeah.
final. So when you see the people just walking down like, the road, like being like,
That-
oh, our team is shit, like,
Yeah.
But thinking it's 1-1. It's actually 3-1 to Arsenal.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the sort of thing I do. Leave early. And then, actually, maybe I gave them luck. Maybe
Just like-
because I left early, they won. Who knows?
Are you one of them people that are like,
That's tenuous.
yeah, you're one of them people, like my sister's one of them people that are like she finds it like sport to leave a bar early and be in bed by like 10 p.m.
Yeah.
and be like, look at everyone else, look at me
Yeah,
in bed.
yeah.
10 p.m.
I'm with your
winning
sister.
life.
I like that.
Yeah.
I beat the crowds, and they were like, "That's not why we're here."
I have to watch it to the end. I'm there to the end.
I really.
Yeah.
do.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, all right. So, did you have? Okay, I did just want to ask one last question about Ted Lasso. Who inspired you for your characters, or did you not have any? Was it all from within?
It's just because my character's quite stoic.
Yeah.
He ain't really got much to say. And
But you kind of get a lot of warmth from him.
yeah, as he's set in his ways, and it's kind of like me, myself, and maybe one other footballer. Because I've met a couple of footballers, like, when they're getting interviewed, and after the game or whatever, and they're just really it's just like bread and butter.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it. It's just like, so what do you think about the game? You guys won 4-0. You give a brilliant, performance, 2 goals and assists, and they're just like, yeah.
That is very much your character, isn't it?
They're just like, yeah, just turned up,
Yeah. Well played. And now I want to go take a shower.
And it's just like, you know what I mean? But they're thinking about what to say so much. They don't want to say something stupid, so they choose the most mundane answer.
Yeah.
So you can move on.
They'll be like, let's not interview him again. It's very boring.
Yeah. So I feel that Isaac's kind of like that, but also, he really thinks about one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And there's characters, there's footballers like Morgan that played for Leicester. He was captain, and he was a part of the Leicester team that won the Premier League when it was just like crazy.
Oh yeah.
And there's also other players like I don't know, players that kind of look like me, but mostly it's me in the morning.
Oh really? I'm not going to lie, Kola, I know when to phone you and ask you if you want to do a job.
That's made me laugh because I see you in the mornings as well. Yeah,
I like time it well.
There's a warming up process.
Yeah. Has he had 3 coffees yet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So in the morning I'm just like, you be saying like, hey, and I'll be like, literally, I have to
That's
process, because I get loads of energy like right now.
Yeah, I timed it well, right?
Yeah.
You're in at the right time of day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But during the morning I'm like,
yeah.
It's like it takes all my energy to just put one foot in front of the other.
Excellent to know. Yeah. So it's like, you want Kola? Yeah, let's do it after 11 a.m. Okay, we'll get him in. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, mate.
Good.
Yeah,
and did you have a character that did you base it on anyone, or did they just kind of?
Yeah, I did, because when Trent Krim sort of comes on the scene in the first ever episode, he's kind of representing that kind of. British establishment, pompous, arrogant, classic sort of Brit that's going to cut down the American, And so I was looking at the way that, Will Self, the writer Will Self, and Christopher Hitchens, the way they talk, like they're sort of they whenever they say anything, it's with such conviction, and I mean, just quite arrogant, really, just very self-confident. So I was looking at the way that they. Kind of present themselves and got into that sort of, so it was like Trent Krim, it's like, sort of, like, you know what I mean?
I got it.
But then he changes throughout. But they were my touchstones.
I was watching, back your character and the first episodes and whatever, and I saw that you conveyed that you did your job professionally. Yeah. And if you wasn't a dickhead, you'd root for them. Yeah. I feel like you've been a part of the patriarch. And your character's been that guy. Yeah. And you kind of took me as a kind of character like Trent Krim that kind of wants to see it burn.
Yeah. Agreed. Absolutely. A little bit, like
totally.
I want to see it burn.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Just watch it burn. You won't do anything.
I love that you saw that, because that's so true. That is so true. And also, he was bored. He was like, bored, who is this? Who's this clown? Like,
was the right, but maybe like you feel like Ted was like
it's like Ronald McDonald coming in.
Yeah. He's the right person to just rip all of this down.
Yeah.
Not when I first see him, but when he starts to, his magic starts to happen, I'm like, wait, hold on, this is the best thing that's ever happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's why I said he's rooting for him. He knows he's gonna fail, but he's rooting for him.
But you guys both have characters that really develop. I mean, it's a really nice way to watch both of your characters develop, I think.
Yeah. It's amazing to play a character for that long that really goes on a journey, isn't it? And I mean, every character does in the show, actually. They really subtly, goes through some kind of revolution.
You see, well, I only could speak for me, like that he at first...
You can speak for me if you want.
Yes, I will speak for you.
I'm more than happy for you to do that.
Like he goes on, this thing where he's like immature and quite doesn't really have any everything handed to him.
Yeah.
Academy.
It's like arrogance at the beginning.
Very arrogant.
I would say, but by the end.
Yeah. But then becomes like a man before your eyes. You
Yeah.
know, almost like me, because I was growing up as well.
As you were doing it.
When I first found out I got the job, I was 25, and you know now.
You're 21.
You're 50 and you look incredible for it.
Yeah. And now, you know.
You're regressing.
Oh wait, someone was
Just going to school next week.
Wait, no names, yeah. But we've had a few birthdays on set, yeah. And how is it when I first meet someone, they're 35, and then at the end,
Really?
at the end of season 3, yeah, you're 36. All I'm saying is
Really?
a whole lockdown.
Someone stopped to their birthdays.
Yeah, all I'm saying is a whole lockdown. Yeah, 2-3 years, people not filming.
They
Didn't
didn't age.
age.
Well, lockdown, no one aged during
Right?
lockdown.
Yeah,
no,
we
we
all
didn't,
paused.
no.
I'm actually still
Yeah.
We don't use those. Throw them away. And then we go, you know, to a birthday party, and the cake says 36, and I was like,
You have to tell me that is. That's
That is
amazing.
hold on a second. This guy only
It's a man.
pages in leap years.
It's a guy.
Really. Also, I'd like
It's
to
a
see
guy.
his spotlight details. What he does on his spotlight, you know, like.
No, I've actually like Googled said person. Not gonna say any names, and the age doesn't come up.
Ah.
Ageless.
It's literally
Yeah, but
it's crazy.
Oh, really?
Can I
Okay.
tell you, this is not a spoiler, this is just something I'm quite proud of.
Go on.
Online, I don't know who it is that puts it up on Wikipedia and all those things.
Yeah.
The info out there, they've knocked me down a year.
Oh.
How cool is that?
That's
so I'm
great.
I'm a year younger. Just a little year younger online. I
We'll
like
take
that.
that. Take that when we
you know,
can.
top secret there.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's so
But
funny.
on the Wikipedia page, like they know nothing about me. It's like it's literally like, oh, personal life. He supports Arsenal, and his
That's
friend,
all we need to know.
his
Get
friend's
Do you
out.
know
name
what?
is
Keep
Will.
it like that, yeah.
I was like, wow, so much about me, man. So much depth.
Well, that's brilliant. And always on holiday.
Always on holiday. Supports Arsenal, and his friend's name's Will.
Goes through barbers like I go through socks.
Oh God.
Experimented with tie-dye. Didn't work out so well.
Oh, I don't know, it did work
Oh,
out.
it did work out. It did work out. What do I know?
Reverse tie dye as well. So
If we've
the
learned
top was-
anything, it's that tie-dye is not a block.
It's reverse tie dye. The top was like.
Reverse
Top was like,
I would
A
stop
dye
there.
tie.
I would
yeah. It was it was blue with light blue, but like faded in, like you know Windows 98. You know you used to go on clip art, fade that. Yeah.
Cheeky.
Yeah, mate.
Do you still have that T-shirt?
I do have that T-shirt.
That's your
Do you
lucky
still
t-shirt.
wear that T-shirt?
No, I don't wear it anymore. Put that down. You know.
That t-shirt
Framed
changed
it.
your life.
Framed
I was
it.
going to say, is
Yeah.
this the inspiration for Roy Kent in season 3?
Love that. Love that t-shirt.
Yeah.
They probably won't. Yeah, look back over it.
Yeah. Hang
Who
on.
was dressed the
I know.
shittest?
It's all come together
Who is
now.
wearing the
sure I've
most
seen
crappiest
some.
clothes?
We'll just make it red. He'll never notice.
Yeah.
Shit, I've just noticed.
We all got that T-shirt as well.
No, I actually love that
You
t-shirt.
like, but he's,
That's it. Of course he
he's
does.
insulted
I
right now
love
because he
that
wears side eye all the time.
I love that t-shirt.
Damn it. I'm so
He's
sorry.
insulted.
Jimmy.
He's actually like slightly going to be on
I'm
the phone to his
privately
agent.
seething.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to be like, right, I want to change agents.
Yeah.
Steph's
Maybe on to his
really
agent.
rude.
See that Kola Bokinni? Never working bin again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Steph, she just kept being really rude about it. Okay, so I'm going to move you on to voiceovers really quickly. But I might take you back to something later. But anyway, quick question. How do you prepare for a voiceover session? Do you have any rituals or anything that you feel like you need to do?
I
Or
mean,
maybe not.
some of, can we just say that you're our voiceover agent?
Yeah.
Can we say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our voiceover agent.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
some of the auditions that you send to us,
I'm here
I don't know
to
how are you
you.
supposed to,
Prep for it.
prep for, sing Rihanna gargling, or, oh, here's this great career defining role for you, orc. You're just
Now
like,
created.
you're perfect for it. And you're like,
I'm going to say, I didn't say you looked perfect. I thought you might sound perfect for it. Talk me through that story. Kola.
so I had just signed, and
You
I
hadn't had a voice agent before, had you?
no, I hadn't. No, I hadn't.
No.
And I was like very, very green. I didn't know how it worked. I
Perfect
thought,
for an orc.
you just, you know what I mean? You just act it out, and then they just like create character from your movements. I don't know why I thought that, but that's exactly what happened. And then I got an audition, and then I put myself on tape, and then I got some criticism back. Some being like, you don't have to put yourself on tape. You have to basically.
I
Yeah.
think
Not
we
visual.
just realised it didn't need to be a visual.
No, it didn't mean to be a
A
visual.
visual
And I
of you
was
being
doing
an
all
orc.
the movements of how I thought an orc would, I was like, let me watch Lord of the Rings. Let me really get into character.
We
And I was
love
like,
that you
this
did
is prep.
that. I
This is
know.
I was like, ooh, in the chair in my living room. And then, it was the most embarrassing email that I read.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That was our fault. I must make sure that I note to all people who work with me moving forward that when we ask you for an audition, it's an audio audition, not a visual.
I should have got that.
But
obvious.
can I just say, it's brilliant when people do accidentally send in visual auditions for computer games or animations because
Oh my
it's
God.
top entertainment for us.
It's just like, I was just like, oh, okay. Okay, I'll take
do
that
that
in mind.
now.
I'll bear that in mind going forward. Yes, I will not act like an orc on camera when I don't need to, But that's the thing about acting, is that you get to do all these things that you would never do in normal day-to-day society, because it's like
Madness.
it operates outside
Yeah.
of the norm, which kind of takes away all pride,
Yes.
all self, I don't know what you call it.
Well, your
belief.
ego. It takes away your ego. I have to be honest. I don't know that I could be an actor. I couldn't do what you guys do, where you have to. It's not because of my ego, but it takes away everything. You have to just let your guard completely down
Yeah.
to perform. If me saying to you, "Could you gargle a Rihanna song for an audition?" which you did very well for me. I don't know how I would do that. I'd be like, oh, God, I don't know. Anything that you
Yeah.
guys have to do, you have to.
For some reason, it's taken me back to a commercial audition I once did, where they asked me to pretend that I was in a washing machine. So like my head was in, and I was just having to do this whole,
Oh my God.
like and they were like, "Really? Now it's on top spin." And I was like,
I've watched those videos.
Was
Have you
that
seen
the
that?
direction of the?
I swear to you. And then they would say things, like, "Okay, now can you just do it a bit sexier?" And you're like,
This is sounding like something else I've watched. I'm just saying.
Hang on a minute.
I'm just saying, oh, I'm stuck.
In a washing machine.
that video was just for you, man.
Oh, who is going to get me out of here? I'm stuck in the washing machine.
But
Oh my God.
There was
Yeah.
no audition. You just did that for like pastime.
Yeah, right.
That's his hobby.
Yeah.
Get stuck in washing machines. Goes to IKEA, wherever they sell washing machines. I don't even know.
When I go to IKEA, I always go the different route. You know that shortcut route?
Okay.
I'm a
Oh
rebel.
yeah.
I'm
I
a
never
rebel.
go. I'm like
Yeah.
that.
Was
So,
it?
so
why
that
do you like-
does lead me to you. Like, what's the strangest direction you've ever been asked to do in a booth? I
I think
I
probably do sexier is a tough one. Do you know what I mean? When they say, just do it a bit sexier.
You're like,
You know that
wow.
one? You know what I mean? That's
Let me
like,
just turn it on, kid.
yeah.
That's not easy.
Pops his collar
Is
on.
it? Like,
in a
like-
room full of 10 people watching you.
Yeah.
Now be sexy.
Now do it sexy.
Yeah,
Pops his
that's
collar
hard.
off and like shimmies backwards.
and then like
Turns into Michael Jackson there.
thing is I was already doing that.
That's the worst bit.
Now, like,
More
you get more
sexy.
Can I have that glass of water?
I've never had less sexy. Can you do it less sexy? But and then sometimes I remember one person saying to me, "Why don't you try it lying down?" That was a weird. I don't always
What?
sound sexual with me. I don't mean it to, but that's true. So I was like in a
Really?
chair, like doing it like that,
Was
and
that
just-
because the character in the...
I think I was the sound of a kind of lipstick at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Anyway, but yeah.
That's what I love about this job. And I often send you in not knowing what the direction's going to be or what you're going to be asked to do. I don't necessarily get a script up front, and I often don't see what it is at the end because there's so many NDAs that we have to sign, and everyone's top secret. And you go in, and
Advertising world is crazy.
It is, and having worked as a producer in it, I kind of know both sides, and I know why they don't share that information. But I do love hearing afterwards when I phoned you up after the one where you had to gargle Rihanna song, and I was like, "How was that?" And you were like, "Fuck."
Yeah, well, you know what it was?
And that was
You know what
hard.
it was?
That
With
was hard.
With that one was like, when I went in there, I knew what I had to do. So we did it, but then they were like, "Can you do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been briefed." But then like it gave me the product to gargle, and I was like, "This is a bit overkill, isn't it?" Some water would suffice. I was like,
quite hard.
"Drink it." Yeah, act like you like it.
What was
as
it?
well.
Like a drink?
Yeah.
I mean, gargling, isn't it? You're not gonna gargle Listerine for 1 hour. Well, I tried that. That was spicy.
Yeah.
That burnt.
Had
That
great-
burnt.
Listerine
My
is
tongue was.
intense.
My tongue was on fire.
That's maybe the reason
That's the
that
name of the
song.
song,
That's the name. Oh yeah.
But it wasn't for that product.
No, it wasn't.
We
It
signed
wasn't.
NDAs. We can't talk about that.
It wasn't that product. It wasn't.
No. Honest gov.
No. Yeah. It was. Yeah. It was quite an experience, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it sounds, like that is.
It's fun though.
It is fun. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Not many people can do that and go to work and go, what did you do today down the pub? And you were like, I just gargled for an hour.
I just lost my dignity. If you find it, please,
Please send
give
it back to
me.
me.
Please.
Yeah.
So who would you most like to share a booth with? It's a bit like a dinner party. Like if you were having a dinner
That's a
party, but
good
I put
one.
it into a booth, who would it be?
Share a booth with. Well, you know what it is. It's got to be someone that you haven't shared a booth with before, right? So
Obviously.
I've shared a booth with Jim.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, is that when you were doing like post-production stuff?
Yeah, we have done that, haven't we? I think we have done that.
Have you done voiceover stuff together?
Oh, we
Not
have.
voiceover.
No,
Oh,
no,
right.
like
We've done a bit of
Yeah, we did.
what do you call it?
ADR.
ADR.
ADR, and
Yeah.
we've done,
At Warner Brothers, we
interviews
did it,
together.
didn't we?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we've done interviews together. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we did. Yes,
was
we
fun,
did at
yeah.
Warner Brothers. That was fun.
That was good.
That was fun.
Uh,
Weird place though, isn't it?
Jennifer Aniston.
Oh,
I'd quite like to do
fair enough.
a bit of a voiceover with Jennifer
I've
Aniston.
got a girl crush on her,
Do you
so
know what
I
I mean?
totally get
You
that.
can't not have a crush on
No,
Jennifer
I
Aniston,
know,
unless
right?
you don't have one. Do you have a crush on her?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yes, you do, sorry.
Let's just get that all out
Yeah,
there.
let's just get that out.
Gorgeous.
Jennifer Aniston.
Who would you like to share a booth with?
Who would booth? Who would like to share? Wow, I can't even speak anymore. Someone like Morgan Freeman.
Oh.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
he's just
Only
done
the voice
so
of
many.
God.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's just done so. He's got
Yeah, that
the
would be
most
good.
distinctive voice that you just want to see it coming out of a person.
Yes.
And be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Can I look at your tonsils?
Yeah. He is incredible. I think he's one of my all-time favourite voices. So
Yeah.
I think I'd be in awe if I was in the same booth as him and they'd be like, now you say something. I'd be like,
Yeah. Your voice.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah, now you get your crappy voice. And yeah. Oh, that guy.
yeah.
It's like
not
Adele
Morgan.
sings. Adele sings and they're like, your turn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just get myself another oat milk latte.
I watched what was that like? Was it Britain's Got Talent?
Uh-huh.
And I watched some amazing 12-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, somewhere around that age, yeah. Yeah. He was
Child.
this kid and he sung the note it's called the God note.
Oh, really?
No way.
And it's like yeah,
Well, like the
it's
highest note ever
it's-
type of thing.
what was coming out of this kid was incredible.
Wait,
And then
This young kid's in a
he
God
gets the
note.
golden buzzer.
Really?
It's all like dramatic, and it's like they got all like the cameras now.
Yeah.
So it's like slow motion, proper like quality stuff. And here comes this other geezer afterwards.
Oh, yeah, you're
And
like-
he's just like,
I don't want to follow now.
oh god.
what is the God note?
Golden buzzer. God knows is like.
Is it like the highest
It's
note?
like
or?
it's like I don't know what decimals that they measure music voice notes in, but it's like a note where it's like it makes the hairs on your
Things change.
Yeah.
stick up,
Wow.
and it's kind of when you
I've never heard of it.
like gives you you're like oh, that's like it's called a God note.
Wow.
And not many people in the world can do it. It's like 1 in a million that can actually
Wow.
sing
Yeah.
that.
So
Did you
you
see
don't
it?
want to, no,
Oh.
but I can imagine you
watched
don't
it,
want
you
to
can
follow
do it.
that act.
Okay, I need to see that,
to
and I
do-
need to see
yes.
the boat being swallowed by the whale.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
Things that we need to do
Things we
after
need to
this
do,
chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then basically, so there was this other geezer that just walks in afterwards and was like, right. I can
I'll
see
get
on
my
his face. I can see on his face just like, unlucky, bruv. Like, you're like, after getting the golden buzzer, which means you go to the live shows, he's just there being like,
Just still sweeping off all the tick tape and all that stuff, and you're like, yeah, I'll just tread over
he could have
that.
been a nice singer, he could have been a great singer,
I
but
know.
after that, it's
No
like,
point.
yeah, that's the same as Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
You speaking after Morgan Freeman
Yeah,
would be.
you don't wanna do
know,
it.
yeah, that'd be tough.
be
yeah.
tough, yeah.
So okay, it's Friday night, 5 o'clock. You've just finished your last voiceover session. What are you going to do in Soho?
Oh, have you been Soho on Friday night?
Yeah, mate.
It's carnage.
Get out. Just leg it. Get on the
Someone
train.
lying in
train
the street, just lying in the street on his phone.
It's
like-
true.
In the middle of the road, like, oh, where's that Chinese?
Just lying there.
Is this me?
Was that you?
No, it was me. It was basically like Soho on the weekends is a place you shouldn't go.
Right.
Especially if you're from like England and all that. Like you've been there, you've done it, man.
But there's some classic bars and places to hang out in Soho.
Yes.
I feel like Soho is the central part of London. I love
Yeah.
it. It's still got glamour to me.
I agree.
So there's a part of you that could go to Black's or Soho House or whatever. But there
Yeah.
are these underground like clubs that are still out there that I have not been to for a very long time.
You mean like Jerry's? No.
I don't know Jerry's.
You don't know Jerry's?
Oh, should I know Jerry's?
Jerry's is the door that you knock at a certain time, and then they go down and.
Oh, maybe I do know Jerry's.
You know
was
Jerry's.
that one where there was? Okay, I might have been there
It's
a
a-
long time ago, right?
It's still going. I know it's still going.
Okay.
And it's a rum old place.
There's one in a
For
one
sure.
that someone told me. I can't remember the name. This is gonna be so bad because I actually can't remember the name because I was actually there last week. And you there's a 2 martini limit,
Oh,
so you're only allowed 2.
Really?
why?
Yeah, because they're
'Cause
like
they're so strong.
They're so famous for them, and
Yeah.
they're so strong.
Wow.
like,
Is it a
yeah.
cocktail bar?
It's a cocktail bar.
Not the one in Chinatown.
No, it's in St James.
Oh.
Just off of Green
We'll
Park.
be googling that later.
What, yeah, I was in
I remember
Soho
the name.
yesterday at the end of the day.
I need to know the name, man. I know the name. Oh, forget about it.
I was in Soho at the end of the day yesterday, and my go-to right now, this is where I'm at my time of life, is what's the name of that cake shop at the bottom of Greek Street?
Maison Bateau.
Yes. Have you had the
was
apple? There's a man who
Okay,
knows.
Sean, tell us about it.
Have you?
It's like I've got some right here.
Maison Bateau. Maison Bateau. Shoo. Have you had the apple crumble with it there?
No,
Have you had the
I
apple
like
crumble?
creamy layer. And
The millefeuille?
Oh, the millefeuille. Yeah,
Millefeuille.
I've been there with you actually. Yeah, I know
That,
exactly where you are.
trust me, the apple crumble, I had it about a month ago and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. And then yesterday I was in
Really?
town, I was like, I'm going. And it was 6:20, they closed at 6 and they gave me a slice of apple crumble to take on
Wow.
the train home.
Fantastic.
With cream.
Did you pull-
I
did you pull
destroyed
out-
it.
How did you get them to give you it at 6:20?
He was just being very nice to me. I don't know.
He was
just
still
did,
he was
yeah,
cleaning
he
the
did.
floors and he
But I
saw
for-
your face up
yeah,
against the
but I
He
window.
gave a notepad and was like,
It's Trent Prim from The Independent.
but you need,
"Scarf."
but you
But he
need
just
a
pulled it out of his bag.
But you need a fork or a spoon to eat this thing, right? Because it's
Right.
a little bit thing. And I didn't have one. And then on the train, you know when you need like a stirrer for a coffee?
Yeah.
All I had
Oh
was,
no!
all I had,
Is it?
and I was
Really
like, and so I, with the clotted
Stupid.
cream, I got 2 of those, whacked. So I had like a lump of clotted cream, and I was like, and then that was the angle. I had,
That's
but it's still good.
hilarious.
I don't really like
That's
apple,
my go-to
apple,
right
apple.
now.
I don't like fruit.
Right, I'm off. No, in fact,
I'll
you're
tell
off.
you
That's the
what.
first strike.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't like apple crumble?
I
Okay.
don't like fruit in cake. I don't like cooked fruit.
And now it's all
Oh.
coming out.
I
I feel
do.
like-
You've changed. I'm
Yeah.
not sure I want to be friends with you anymore.
Like I don't understand raisins. Why?
What?
I just want to eat old grapes.
I love raisins.
What's the raisin?
This old
Sorry.
grape.
Dehydrated.
No, just old grapes that have just been like, you know what I mean, got a suntan. I don't-
Delicious.
Nah, and like fruit. Nah, it's like I think what happened was when I was younger,
You were in the
I had a
sea.
nanny. Yeah. I had a
Don't bring
nanny
this tea
named,
up.
named Sandra. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was Portuguese,
Yeah.
and she took nothing from me. Like as in like all of my like charm and my banter didn't
Didn't
work.
work.
No.
She was just. Oh, she's the reason why, you know, what I based Isaac on.
Oh, really? Now we know.
She's, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. So anyway, and then I'll make the joke, and she'd be like,
Oh, really?
I'd be like,
Did it work?
no, I mean, look how it ended
But
up.
what was
Yeah.
the segue from fruit
Yeah.
to her?
So basically, yeah, you know what happened was, so basically, she like loved cooking and all that. And I loved that she loved cooking, you know, because then I get to try all her things. But she really loved making what's the cold custard bottom biscuity,
Sounds great. You're in.
you know,
right?
like
Yeah, it's like a cup.
yeah,
Cup
cup
of
with
pastry.
yeah with
No,
It's
cheese.
like pastry.
You are on
What?
point when it
cold
comes.
custard
It's a Portuguese
biscuits.
custard tart.
That
Oh,
digestive
yes.
biscuits
Banana.
she used to smash
Oh,
up.
banoffee pie.
No, there was no bananas in it.
Cheesecake.
No, cheesecake. It was like, what's the layered thing that you get out of a Tupperware? Like it was minging.
Viennetta.
No, not Vienna. Look, let me tell you what it was. She used to get digestive biscuits,
Yeah.
put them in a cloth, smash them with a hammer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quite aggressive. to do around a 6-year-old while I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm going to
She's
go
like,
to bed when she says.
And then she'll get the cold custard, plop that on top of it.
Love
yeah?
the word plop. Not enough. There's not enough plop around. Yeah, go
And
on.
then she'll get cream on it, yeah? And then put like fruit.
Yeah,
Loads of
I think
fruit.
she's just made that up.
I think she
not
definitely
a
made
trifle.
that up.
Trifle.
That's not a real
Yeah.
trifle. There's no
Trifle.
jelly in it. There's no
Why is
jelly.
it cold? And
And
then, but
sponge,
then
you
basically,
need
she used to
sponge
have
and
all this
jelly.
like cooked fruit, yeah, whatever, like like dates and
Yeah, she's
put
just.
that on there, and then
She's
she'd
made her
make
own
me eat
trifle.
She has made her own trifle up. That's
Yeah.
not real.
it. She'd force me to eat it
Yeah,
every
that
bite. I'm
sounds
talking
pretty
about that. I'll
mean.
be there for 3-4 hours. Right.
Yeah, no wonder you hate fruit.
Yeah, no wonder you don't
Yeah,
like it.
and that was a repressed memory. that I
Yeah.
just
Oh,
Okay.
it's, oh, it's
I
nice.
still need to get to the bottom of the reason you don't like the sea, but that's for another podcast, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
glad you felt safe to share that with us.
it's a safe space.
That-
It's
that
a
was-
safe
fine.
space.
I mean, I just don't know how my mum even let that happen. I'm sitting there crying at
Does
the dinner
she
table.
know?
Tears are in.
Was your mum there?
She was in the
Yeah.
corner watching.
She was laughing.
That's hardcore.
laughing.
Jeez.
Make him eat it.
Basically, the half the bowl was full of tears and dribble. After like 3 hours, like eat it, and I'm like,
Oh no!
No
I
one
feel
wants a
quite
teary
upset for
dessert.
you on
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
right.
trifle. That's why anytime I hear someone say trifle, I'm like, oh,
Oh yeah, fair
Whoa.
enough.
that's
Yeah.
a code word for what? Abuse.
Triggering that is.
Yeah, that was triggering word.
All right, have you got any advice for someone who's going into a booth for the first time?
Be on time.
Yes, thank you.
Be early.
Even better.
Maybe be early. Be a little bit early, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hydrate.
Yes.
Yeah, hydrate.
Be hydrated. Be a little bit early.
Also, it's, don't feel self-conscious because, there's people that are doing worse things out there.
Yeah.
That's true.
So let your guard down and just go with
Yeah,
it.
just don't
Yeah.
feel like, embarrassed about if they tried to make you do crazy stuff because
Yeah.
it's a crazy world
It is.
and people
Yeah.
are doing crazy stuff
Yeah.
as you speak.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you push on for. Because at first I felt a little bit self-conscious, like
Yeah.
maybe I'll look a bit silly doing this. But then it's never as bad as you think it is.
And also, I reckon, maybe I could see what you think of this, but don't strive for perfection. Just go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because actually,
Yeah.
the cracks in the voice
Yeah.
and the little imperfections,
Yeah.
that's what gives it a characteristic, don't you think?
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think
I
both
mean-
those things are very valid.
When I was, because I was a child actor, right? So when I was a little boy, and I worked with this guy who took over from Orson Welles, who originally did the voiceover for Carlsberg.
All right.
You know, when it says, I can't do it, but it's Carlsberg.
Yes.
Probably the best lager in the world. And he talked about how he did that voiceover, how Orson Welles did it, and he said it's all about the way, after he says probably, he doesn't just say like, probably the best lager in the world.
Yeah.
He does the thing where he kind of goes, probably
Yeah.
the best lager in the world. Do you know what I mean? And he kind of, it's the,
That
Imagine
makes
at a
that
pub.
whole
Imagine that at a
voice.
pub.
and it makes the thing.
What do you want to drink, mate?
And the trick was, he'd just been told to do it sexier. So he was like, probably.
Was he lying down?
Being a lipstick
He was
at
doing
the
more than
top.
that.
lying
No,
down.
I don't.
In the washing machine.
It was you.
But
It was you.
But when
It
I
was
heard
you.
him,
You're
when
awesome, Will.
but when that guy said that, I was like, oh wow, that's kind of really interesting.
Yeah.
That it's sort of a
It's
bit
okay
weird.
to give it
Just
something else.
Be a bit, maybe just be whatever.
Within reason.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's the most exciting experience that you've had whilst being part of Ted Lasso?
I think I know the answer to this one from my point of view. I can tell you this. I'm at home. My little boy is sleeping on my chest, and we're just, my wife and I, like, sort of packing because we're going to go to America to do some press for Ted Lasso. And I get this email, and I it pings up, my little boy's here, and I click it on. It said, top secret on the email.
Yeah.
White House invitation.
Wow.
And I was like, huh? I'm looking at it, it says, we are so delighted to tell you, you are being invited for an audience with
Really?
the President of the United States and the First Lady. So, keep it to yourselves, but this is our plan. And I was like, I was like,
Wow.
and I remember I just went, babe. She's like,
What do you wear?
I just went, look at that. And,
Do you want to tell them about actually meeting him?
Well, yeah, and then there was that. So just she looked at it, and I was like, okay, we're going to the White House.
That
Like,
is
and I
mad.
looked at all the people that had been invited on it. I saw you were
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
Was it
obviously-
the whole cast?
It was
you all...
most of the cast.
Oh gosh, can you imagine not being invited? Oops.
Yeah, they. That's another story.
Let's not talk about that. Let's moving on. They're not with LVB. It's fine.
Yeah.
And,
Turn this podcast right off.
Yeah. And then, but that was honestly
Good
that
to
was the
me.
most. I thought it was. I don't know about you, but I
Yeah.
thought it was a joke.
I
was like,
thought
that
it was a
cannot
joke. I
be
thought it was a joke. I thought
Really?
someone made
Yeah.
a sick joke on us.
Well, fair
I thought it was
enough.
spam. So I
Really?
actually messaged one of the PR teams in Apple, and they were like, "Shh," and I was like, "Oh, actually, you're blooming joking."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're so English."
Yeah.
My golly
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Oh, jolly. No, yeah.
It was real.
And meeting him was crazy. Like, we didn't get to touch on that subject earlier, but we were all in line and he was shaking all our
Yeah.
hands, and he's got these really lovely stories, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you got pictures, and you got like the old ranch where my father and then we used to go fishing all the time, and and then he's like, and he's shaking our hand, and then he's telling the story, and he comes to me, and I'm next to Phil, and then he's shaking my hand, and then he turns like to Phil and Hannah, and he's telling the story, and then he's like, yeah, on the ranch
And he's
and
not.
fishing, and it was great, man. But he's still shaking my hand, so I'm like, I don't want to pull away from the
Let
president of the
go.
United States.
But
So I'm
also,
like,
I feel like
what
this
do
is
I
too
do?
much.
Disengaged.
My hand's getting clammy. It's gonna become a pool of water.
You're slowly melting
I was
into
so
each other.
nervous. I was so nervous. I was like,
Oh my god.
so there's actually like there's a video of it,
There is.
and then there's me, and there's a video of me like this, yeah, and I have the sweat down my head because I was so nervous, man. That was my interaction with the president.
Do you know what he said to me?
What?
He shook my hand. He went, "If I had hair like that, I would have been in office 25 years ago." Yeah, he did. That's literally the first thing he
That's
said.
brilliant.
I turned to Phil down and I went, "Did he just say?" And he was like, "Yep, that's what he said."
Yeah,
so
mental,
funny.
man. Cool.
He was
Yeah.
nice.
Was he?
I have to say, he was
Yeah.
a sweet
And
man.
is he a big fan of the show? That's why you all got
Never
invited?
seen it. Doesn't know anything
Shut
about it. No, I get it. Yeah, I think so.
So who
Yeah.
are those guys?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one experience, though. I
Yeah,
mean, that
she-
is something else, right?
Yeah, and Dr. Jill was the first
Oh,
lady. Was
she's
so
so
cool.
on the ball.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the dynamics of that marriage.
Definitely. And like we had a football in the Oval Office, and she can do like 20 kick-ups.
Oh, really?
What? Hold on.
I was like, what?
That was in the war
I was
room.
that nervous. I just looked down. I was just like this.
She was like,
She took you all on for a quick game.
exactly.
Spinning on her head. They will do in a washing machine that said put your head in it.
Do it more sexy, Jill.
On
He
that
lay on the floor. He was like, yeah. He just lay on the floor and do this.
Probably the best kick-up in the world.
You've been to Joe Biden's office. You've lived
This
the
is
dream,
true.
you boys. You've been
Yeah.
in the White House. I think that's pretty
That
much.
tiny office.
Yeah, it was.
I still can't quite
it was
believe that you guys
super
went there.
surreal. And when we
Yeah.
actually sort of walking down the corridor and said, "And now you're coming into," and then suddenly you're in the Oval Office,
You're
and
so famous.
Yeah.
Weird.
the
He
lights
was in the
different
war room. He was
there.
in the war room before.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
before the Oval Office is the war room,
Yeah.
and that's where
Yeah.
they'll kind of like see if you can get into the Oval Office. If you're on the list.
Yeah.
You know, and the level of security.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what the head of was he the head of what's
Secret Service.
the Secret Service. I was about to say the Men in Black.
It's the same
Was
thing.
Will Smith there?
Oh,
Start dancing.
Tommy Lee Jones. It was telling me like I was like, it's don't look that secure. And he was like, look there. You can see like the little.
One interesting.
Were their guns all pointed
pipes
at
of,
you?
like snipers.
Really?
And I was like,
oh, okay. I won't joke about then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lost my voice there.
Yeah. Was
No.
it quite mad though? Because you've done so. I mean, you're huge in America, so it must be quite weird when you go over there. Because it's popular over here, but I think America's taken it on another level, hasn't it?
Yeah. America.
seems
Well, it
quite-
seems to be. Well, certainly when we're in New York and LA.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's
And
watched
Orlando.
Ted
Yeah.
Lasso. I wasn't in Orlando. Was it severe?
Me and Krista went to we was on Access Hollywood, and
Yeah.
they did like a thing, and they wanted to bring us to Universal Studios. So we were there, and it was mad. It's like we had like this like trained bodyguard,
Really?
like close protection bodyguard, but he would like stand like there. He just looks like a normal guy, but he's like SAS blacklisted stuff, and he was just securing, you know, every single ride.
Wow.
You know, Simpsons ride.
Did you enjoy that, or
Transformers.
did you feel a bit like, actually, I prefer not having that?
I just thought that this is a bit much. Like, he didn't need to do that, because you know when you go to England, just chilling out, you're like, oh yeah, the show's done really well, but because you're away from it, you kind of, you know, away from, you know, the bubble that when you're inside it, it's the mania that like what it brought. But then when you're in America and you know you're walking down the street and then someone's screaming at you,
Yeah.
and it's like
You don't understand.
Really?
You don't understand. I've had that before. People say, you're literally shaking.
Wow.
Like, and that is crazy. Because you're thinking,
she's shaking. They take a picture of them. They're like,
yeah,
my
they're
God,
really.
really?
they're shaking.
Yeah.
It's like they can't. But it's very endearing, but also it's also very surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't get like that. You don't get bothered as much over here,
No,
do you?
I don't.
No. No, like you get like people come out to
If I do, it's mainly Americans actually.
Oh, I was
certainly
going
in
to say,
town.
because
They're
the
like,
English are
"What's
much
Trent
more.
Crimm doing it?" Yeah, you know. Do you know what? It's really funny. Yesterday, I was walking through a little park just at the top of Oxford Street. I was cutting through, and there was a couple sitting on a bench, right? And the woman saw me coming, and she was like that, and she went, "Oh," and she went, "You Trent Crimm?" And I was like, "Yeah. How you doing?" And she was American, and she said, "We've just got engaged." Like, and he literally just popped
She
the
want you
question.
to write an article for the
Yeah,
Independent.
and I was like,
Are you ordained?
and
Yeah, like a wedding letter.
so I took a picture of them. I said, "Do you want me to take a picture?" And she was just like, "What, Trent Crimm?" Anyway,
that's
so
hilarious.
it was pretty funny. That was a
They asked
funny
you to
little
lie down
moment.
as well.
They asked me to do a little more sexy.
She said, "Can you do it more sexy?"
I can't believe it.
Oh, that's funny.
So that was kind of fun.
Unless you're like I found myself in Richmond about a month ago, and you know, walking through the park, like going to meet a friend. Yeah, if you're there,
Okay.
Oh,
that's
There's
quite a
tours
thing,
and
right?
stuff.
that's where it's like. As soon
Hotspot.
as I walked there, it was like crowd
Yeah.
immediately. But that pub really like they cash in.
Yeah,
They cash
it's
in.
a whole
Yeah.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah, there's like a shrine.
Oh, really?
People go there to,
There's
you
a
know,
seat.
be there. And
Wow.
There's a
Oh.
seat with all the
People go there
pictures
to
of
be there.
us and people
Go
like
there to be there. Spoiler.
Go there to have a drink.
yeah. I just like, you know, went to the pub, thinking, I'm gonna go to the toilet and whatever, I can get a drink. Man, I was just like, no, I can't
Maybe
really
I
stay in there for that long,
Yeah.
because you get people just being like,
Yeah. That's so funny.
why are you drinking like this? You know, people are like, no, whatever, innit? But I did. Me and Krista did something in there. We did something for NFL, and they were like, obviously, they were like, let's do it at the Richmond
Right.
pub, and I was like,
Is it a bit stressful now?
this is gonna go well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they wanted us to. We were doing the draft pick, but we did it at Tottenham Stadium.
Right.
But the Americans were like, yeah, we can go from Richmond to Tottenham
Yeah.
in rush hour.
Yeah.
It took us 3 hours.
Oh my
because
God.
it's literally the opposite sides of London.
Yeah.
Southwest, east, north, wherever the hell Tottenham is. But yeah, we were in that car for it. I feel like I'm still in that car.
Well, on that happy note, I'm going to say thank you so much for coming in to chat to me. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
Thanks for having us.
On to your onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Wicked.
And that's it for the show. Hope you liked it, and if you did, please rate and review the show wherever you get your podcasts. LVB Presents was presented by me, Steph Thompson, and produced by Mike Hanson for Pod People Productions, and recorded by Sean Dios at Jungle Studios in Soho, London. See you next time.
Pod People.